Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So I just got my nails done, and this week has not been great for me because if you cannot hear, I am sick, and this entire week has kind of just been a very busy, and it feels like unproductive for my self-care and my self-maintenance. I've skipped going to the gym for 4 out of 5 days of the week so far, and I feel very unproductive physically, and I don't really get sick often, and when I do, it's like really bad. So I guess this is just one of those times. And not to mention, I've been working until very late in the evening every single day this week so far because a lot of my students are writing tests and exams. So I just figured it's one week where all of this chaos is happening, and it's gonna be good after this. To make matters even worse, I did get my period this week, so my immune system has been taking hit after hit. But I thought today could be a little bit of a recovery, self-care, and maintenance vlog. There are some things I've been meaning to catch up on, and I don't have much work today, so I've got 2 students tops, and that is much later in the afternoon. It is currently 20 to 11 in the morning, so I booked an early nail slot, and now we're going to do some shopping. It is also a super perfect day for like a quiet shopping, keep to yourself kind of vibe because it's been raining the whole day so far, and I think it's going to rain for the rest of the day, so that's going to be even more cozy. So on the agenda is shopping for stationery, and in my previous video I did my journal ecosystem and I kind of discussed briefly what stationery I use. And since then, I've actually started using my fountain pens a lot more than I used to, and I think that's triggered a little bit of a domino effect because now I really want to go shopping for new ink, and I want to go look at some new fountain pens. A lot of the fountain pens I own have been given to me from my grandfathers. Both of them are quite fond of that very high quality stationery, and I think they've just given a few fountain pens to me as like hand-me-downs. I currently have 3 Parker fountain pens that are very vintage, and I've got 1 Schaefer which I keep in my bag, and I really love having them around and I really like using them. But the only issue I have is they've got the very old refill where you have to physically fill it with the ink, and it's actually where you have to squeeze the rib instead of twist the top and then the ink comes up. And so I'm actually not sure how I'm going to be carrying them around without needing to fill the ink. I also don't want to be stuck in a place where I have my fountain pens with me and I run out of ink and I don't have an ink bottle. So I kind of just want to see what the new technology is like surrounding the new designs of fountain pens. And there is this place in Linden. It is called the Art Savings Club. My dad actually went there a few months ago and told me that I need to go because apparently the shop just screams me. So until yesterday, I didn't actually know that the store I was looking at for fountain pens online is actually the physical store. So today I'm very excited to go and have a look at this place for the first time. I will admit I have been seeing those Kaweco fountain pens, I think they're called, and I'm influenced. So we're gonna go have a look at a few of them, and we're gonna see if there's any nice pretty designs. I'm not aiming to particularly buy a fountain pen, I more want different colors of ink. But if I find a fountain pen that is very nice and I think it's gonna go well with travel and the demands of what I'd like to use a fountain pen for, then I'm all for it. I'm also looking to restock a bit of journaling stuff, so some stickers, maybe some scrap paper, and some other things. It's kind of just a go with the flow shopping situation, and then we will figure it out as we go along. Before we go, this is a close-up on the nails. I've never had dark blue, and I think I quite like it. Like, honestly, we're moving into autumn and things are getting darker, and I think like dark colors are just going for us now. So I've got me a hot cup of tea here that I made, and we are going to take a drive. Okay, so we have secured the goods. I did get the pen I wanted, and I did get the inks I wanted, so I'm super happy about that. And they have quite a large collection of fountain pens, different brands, different types, and I loved it. Of course, there was one specific design of the Kaweco pen that I was liking, but it's very rare for them to stock it here. So I wasn't going to get it today, but in the future, if it's there, I will of course go and buy it. But I love the one that I got, and the color I settled for, I think it was perfect. And now it is almost 12 o'clock, so I've got a good amount of time to drive home and do a little haul for you guys and then go to work. So I am back home now and it is time for a haul and a little bit of an unboxing. So of course I thought I'd start by showing you the fountain pens that I currently have, just to give you some context as to what I was looking for. And some of the stuff that I bought today is actually compatible with my current Parkers and my current fountain pens, so it's going to be good to use. So starting off, these are my 3 Parker fountain pens. I have no idea what model and stuff they are. They are old and like very vintage. This one here is like this kind of nib. It kind of looks very sporty. It's very lightweight and it's nice to carry around. This one over here has the rib refill, so you like press the rib in and then it sucks in a lot of the ink, and this is the Parker ink that I'm currently using. This is the second Parker. Apparently this is a Parker 51 and this has a similar situation. It's also got the rib refill, so you gotta like press this part in, dip it into the ink, release it, and it will fill with ink. And I've actually been carrying this one around a lot more recently because I like the nib and the size and the thickness is quite perfect. The last Parker pen I have here is this green kind of bodied one, and this is the nib. And the refill is actually just the normal refills that you buy and you can refill them. So I haven't been using this one as much. I keep this one at home, but I am looking forward to using it a lot more. The last fountain pen that I have is this Shru fountain pen. It is extremely fancy, and this one here is the one that I carry around. I think I have showed it in some of my what's in my bag videos, so this is not very new, but this is my classic Shru that stays in my bag. For ink on this one here, it uses the cartridges, so I have bought these from Schneider, and this was a pack of 100. So these refills are really good to carry around in my bag, so I can carry them in my bag and just have one whenever the old cartridge finishes, and then I've got it here. All 4 of these fountain pens are from both my granddads. I think these 3 are from one, and then this one is from my other granddad. And I'm really grateful that they gave it to me because now I can use them. They are very well kept and I'm really excited to keep using them as part of like a family heirloom legacy thing. Now on to our haul for what I bought today. I'll start with this fountain pen that I bought. I bought 2 fountain pens today. This is one of them. This is the Platinum Preppy fountain pen. I have no idea what the brand is. I think it's Modern Maki. It's a Japanese brand. And this is kind of like a cheaper fountain pen. It's not very expensive, but it looks like it's good quality. And this is what it looks like. I chose the one with the little koi fish on it because I feel like it's only fitting that if you get Japanese stationery, you have to get it with something significant to Japanese culture on it. So I chose the one with the koi. Of course, it comes with cute little stickers. I love that. I think the brand is Platinum. So this was like 100 rand, or 100 and something rand, I have no idea. And I'm gonna open it up. The ink cartridge that it comes with is slightly bigger than the other ones that I have. It's a slightly different cartridge and it's not open yet, but it is in black. And I have bought other ink cartridges to use, so I'm not gonna be starting with the black yet. I will start with another color. But this is just a really cute one to have around. I bought these ink cartridges for this pen because I just thought the red ink would go really nicely with the color of the red pen, and I don't think it matters to me what color I have it in. I just wanted to try it out. And I've got the black cartridge if I need to use black. So this is one of 2. I'm going to take this one out. And I'm just going to put it in, put the ball, the roller at the end there so you can press it in when you are ready to use it, and then it will start filling. I'm gonna close her up, and I've got my journal here, so we are going to do a little bit of a writing test. So that is my first fountain pen, the Platinum Preppy, and I'm going to keep the red ink in here for now. And of course it writes very smoothly. It is a 0.3 nib, and the ink of this one here is quite a bright red, so it's not a very deep dark red. It's a nice bright red, and I like that. Of course, it may differ on the type of paper you're writing on. Of course, I'm writing on my acid-free paper, so it is kind of true to the color of the ink. So hopefully it will look like this on all of the other types of paper that I'm going to use it with. Now, I did get the Kaweco Sport. This pen has been trending. It's been going around. I've been seeing people buying these Kaweco pens, and these are German. I didn't actually know that they're German. But this is the Kaweco, I think it's a regular and it's a sport. I got this one in the color Bordeaux, so it's like a very nice deep maroon, and of course gold hardware. I did get a little clip with it so that in case I need to clip it anywhere, I've got it. So it is removable, so I am going to take that off for now, but I do have the clip here and it is beautiful. It's got some little detailing on it on the side here as well. The pen itself is so compact and so beautiful. It's got that detailing on the front. Of course, it's got the name of the pen there, and to open it, you gotta just unscrew the cap. It's got a little screw there, so it allows the cap to be fastened very nicely, because when a fountain pen opens in your bag, that's not a good sign. Now this is the fountain nib, and I believe this one is in a medium. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's in a medium. I have no idea what medium is or what the medium size means, but this is it. And then when you open her up, it does come with a blue ink cartridge. So I've got this one for free, I guess, or that came with it. So I'm going to leave it and put it to the side for now. Of course, they do have those converters that you can use. So it comes with an instruction manual, which I have over here on how to like refill stuff and how to use their different pens and different stationery items. And so they've got a little converter where you can stick it's a bigger ink holder basically, and the converter allows you to use dip ink and fill it in, like, you know, by screwing it and then having the ink fill up. But I prefer cartridges personally, because if I'm traveling around, it's much easier to carry a cartridge, like I said. And speaking of cartridges, I picked up 4 colors of them. I wanted to go for the Kaweco branded ones, but these ones just seemed better price-wise, and they will work very nicely with my Schaefer. There were some colors that were missing from the Kaweco ones. I liked that this one had brown, and these are the Pelican brand cartridges. So I got it in a blue black, which is kind of like a very dark blue. I got it in a pink, I got it in a brown, and I got it in a turquoise color. For the moment, I actually don't know which one I want to open first, but I think it's going to be a choice between the blue and the brown. Of course, I feel like the brown goes well with the color of the pen, but I feel like blue might be a little bit more useful for me at the moment. I think let's go with the blue. In these packs, there's about 6 cartridges, and the pack itself from Pelican is 35 Rand. And that point there goes into the pen, and that will open, and the ink will drip down, putting the cap on, and let's do a little test. So that is pretty much the test of my new fountain pens. I really love them, and I'm looking forward to using this one for like quick jotting down stuff, especially if you need a pop of color. And this one here I'm going to be carrying everywhere with me because it is like the perfect size for my planner, and it's just perfect to just pop in your bag. And of course, I'm not going to stop using the old fountain pens that I have because they are vintage, and I love the sentimentality with which I received them. Of course, they are like something that runs in the family, so of course I'm going to keep using them and take so much care of them. But this is my fountain pen collection now, and you guys are going to be seeing a mix of all of them making features in different videos when I'm doing journaling, when I'm doing lots of planning and stuff. And of course, when I'm using new ink cartridges, I will definitely do an update on those ones. I think these stationery hauls and these stationery videos are gonna turn into something, because when I usually buy stationery, I don't really say much about it. I kind of just go about my thing, get the stationery, do what I have to do. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think it would be a great idea to share more of my stationery stuff with you. Of course, if you guys have any recommendations for what videos you'd like to see next, please comment down below. And it could be the most random thing ever, whether you want Q&As, whether you want book tours, journal tours, anything else that you are looking to see on my channel, please let me know and I will get to it. I'm going to head to work now, so there isn't much else that I need to film, but that is it for today's video, and I will see you guys very soon.